So hi everyone. So my dear children, so I am going to teach intermediate second year first lesson. The lesson name was waves. So from this lesson, in case of the board of intermediate education, you get the 8 marks. So generally in our daily life, we are living with so many waves. For example, when I am speaking, so one type of wave is producing, that is the sound wave. And as well as when I am teaching, so you are listening through this mobile or through internet. So that is possible because of the electromagnetic waves. And in the same way, to cook the food, we use the micro ovens. In the micro ovens, so generally we use the microwaves. So in this way, so around us, so many waves are exist. So but to understand the waves, first of all, we have to define wave. So what is wave? What is a wave? So to understand this one, I am considering, so consider, so this is a region of steady water. Steady water. So in the steady water, when I drop a stone at the mid place or at the midpoint, so what do you observe? You observe that some disturbance is created. So the disturbances are in the form of concentric circles. The disturbances are in the form of the concentric circles or concentric ripples. With some unevenness. At some places it will be down, at some other places it will be up, like this. So nothing but what is happening here? It is the medium. Which medium? It is a liquid medium, that is a water. In that water, what I dropped here? A stone. Because of the stone, what is creating? Some disturbance. So now, when the disturbance is creating, so the disturbance will be travel not only in one direction, it will be travel in all directions. When it is traveling in all directions, it will travel with the same speed. Due to that reason, so we are getting the concentric circles or concentric ripples or concentric circles. Nothing but what is a wave? A wave is nothing but a disturbance created in the medium. Okay, this disturbance is created. So when this disturbance is created, when it is going in the all directions, along with him, it will carry energy and as well as the momentum, the product of mass and velocity here called momentum. And when this disturbance is created in the medium, what is happening? When it is traveling through the medium, so along with him, what it take? It will take the energy and momentum from one place to another place. So this energy will be traveling all directions. This momentum is also traveling all directions with the same speed. But when disturbance is traveling through the medium, what happened? These medium particles are vibrate. For example, consider, so this is the first particle and this is the second particle and this is the third particle and this is the fourth particle. So when this disturbance will be reaches this first particle, what happened? It receives some energy. Due to that, it will be undergo to and fro motion with the periodic. So that type of motion is called simple harmonic motion. Already you learned it in the intermediate first year. And when disturbance will be reaches to any particle of the medium, so that particle of the medium will be undergo the simple harmonic motion. So due to that, it will vibrate to and fro motion and periodic, and acceleration is directly proportional to displacement of the particle and they are in opposite direction. So that type of motion is said to be simple harmonic motion. But when the disturbance is traveling through medium, only the particles are undergo the simple harmonic motion, but they will be at the same place. They doesn't move from one place to other place. And the first particle will be at the same place And again the disturbance will be reaches the second particle. The second particle is also undergo the simple harmonic motion and is also vibrated the same place. Again the disturbance will be reaches to third particle. Again the third particle receives some energy. Due to that it will be undergo the simple harmonic motion, but it will be undergo the simple harmonic motion at the same place. And when this disturbance is traveling through the medium particle cannot move from one place to another particles. So the medium particles cannot move from one place to other. But which can be moved from one place to other place? This energy and momentum. So that's why finally what is a wave? Wave is nothing but, first of all, it is a disturbance. It is a disturbance created in the medium. So this disturbance will carries energy and momentum from one place to other place. This disturbance is traveling through medium. The medium particle undergoes simple harmonic motion, but the medium particle cannot move from one place to other place. Which can be moved from one place to other place? Energy and momentum. So that type of disturbance will be called as a wave. So finally, what is a wave? So wave is nothing but, what is a wave? A wave is a disturbance. A wave is a disturbance created in a medium. Which carries energy and momentum. Energy and momentum from one place to other. But medium particles cannot move. So that type of disturbance is called a wave. Wave is a disturbance created in the medium which carries energy and momentum from one place to other place, but the medium particles cannot move. And the medium particle cannot move from one place to other place. So that type of disturbance is called as what? Wave. So we learned about what is a wave. In the same way, so this wave has some characteristics. Next, I am going to explain about the characteristics of the wave. So before going to learn about the characteristics of the wave, so when the disturbance is traveling through the medium particle will be undergo the simple harmonic motion. So that's already what you learned in the what is the characteristics of the simple harmonic motion learned in the first year. The same characteristics also applicable to the wave. So how many characteristics of the wave? There are the 6 characteristics for this wave. So next I am going to teach about the characteristics of wave. Characteristics of wave. So how many characteristics of the wave are there here? How many characteristics of wave are there here? So there are 6 types. 6 characteristics, sorry. So what are the 6 characteristics? So one is the amplitude. One is the amplitude. It is represented with the letter capital A. And second one is the time period. Second one is the time period. And the third one is the frequency. Third one is the frequency. So the frequency may be represented with the F letter, or some other books it can be represented with the N letter, or it can be represented with the nu. That's why the frequency may be represented with three ways. One is with letter F, other with letter in some other test books may be N, some other textbooks may be nu. And the fourth one is the wavelength. Fourth one is the wavelength. It is represented with the letter lambda. And fifth one is the speed. It is represented with the letter V. And last one, the sixth one is phase. It is represented with letter phi. So before understanding these characteristics of wave, so you have to understand when the disturbance is traveling to the medium particle vibrate. When the medium particles are vibrate, what happened? So if you understand that one well, then you can understand these 6 characteristics. So now I am going to explain. So what happened when the disturbance will be reaches the particle? For example, consider there is a medium. In the medium, the particles are like this. So this is the first particle, this is the first particle, and this is the second particle, this is the third particle, fourth and fifth, sixth. For example, when the disturbance will be come to the first particle, what happened? The first particle will be receive that energy and it undergo the simple harmonic motion. And nothing but it start vibrate from mean position. And that vibration may be in either side, and upward and downward. For example, it start this position is called the mean position. This position is called the mean position. For example, from the mean position, now consider it will be move upward direction, and when it is moving upward direction, so it will be go to up to a particular place, and beyond that place it doesn't move. So that place is called the positive extreme position. After reaching the positive extreme position, again it will be comes back to the mean position, and again it will be moved downward position, and in the downward position, so how long it will be go? So it will be go up to travel a particular displacement or distance. So that maximum displacement will be considered, that is the point, that point will be considered the negative extreme position, and again it will be reaches to the mean position. And nothing but when the particle receives the disturbance, what happen? It will be undergo the to and fro motion between the 2 points about a mean position. So what are the 2 points between? One is the positive extreme position and second one is the negative extreme position. And nothing but when the disturbance will be reaches this first particle, it starts to and fro motion. And this motion is periodic and acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, and but they are in opposite direction. That type of motion is called simple harmonic motion. What are the conditions for the simple harmonic motion? It should be to and fro. And second, the motion should be periodic. And the third one is acceleration is directly proportional to displacement and they are in opposite direction. And the fourth one, the acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. This type of motion is said to be simple harmonic motion. So now when the particle is undergo the simple harmonic motion, what is happening here? So it will be starting from mean position and it will be making maximum displacement on either side with respect to the mean position. So the maximum displacement from the maximum displacement of the vibrating particle from the mean position. And for example, in upward direction, so what is the maximum displacement? This is the maximum displacement. Let us consider this is known as the consider plus A. And what is the maximum displacement in the downward direction? Consider, so this is the minus A. Here minus represent only direction. Plus means upward and minus will be downward. And then now when the disturbance is received by this first particle, what is happening? It will be undergo the to and fro motion. When it is undergoing the to and fro motion, it will be making some displacement, which is maximum displacement on either side. This maximum displacement will be called as what? Amplitude. So what is amplitude? Maximum displacement. maximum displacement of the vibrating particle on either side with respect to the mean position. So this maximum displacement is known as amplitude, that may be positive plus a or that may be minus a. That side is represented with a. So but it is measured in the meter. So what is the unit of the amplitude? The unit of the amplitude is the meter. So next, when it is vibrating about the mean position, so then to complete one oscillation, when we say that it will be complete one oscillation, for example, this is considered the mean position, and now consider this position is the positive extreme position, and this is considered the negative extreme position. For example, when the particle start vibration from the mean position when a time t equal to 0. So now what is the displacement here? So here the displacement will be measured with respect to the mean position only. So that's why, where is it when the time t equal to 0? At the mean position. That's why again the displacement is how much? 0. So now the time taken by this particle from mean position to positive extreme position, now the time will be considered, that is the t by 4. In the t by 4, what is happening? It making the maximum displacement. The maximum displacement is called amplitude. So that amplitude will be considered here y equal to a, and this maximum displacement. So this maximum displacement is how much? A. So place it, because it is moving which direction? Upward direction. Again, after reaching the positive extreme position, again it will come to the mean position. And at the time taken by the particle go from mean position to positive extreme position to mean position, nothing but t by 4 upward and t by 4 downward. So how much total time? That is nothing but t by 4 plus t by 4, totally how much? That is the t by t. Here how much time it is taking to go from mean position to positive extreme position? T by 4. Again from mean position to, from positive extreme position to mean position, how much time? T by 4. T by 4 plus t by 4, how much? T by 2. So again it is reaching to the mean position. That's why what is the displacement here? 0. And when time t equal to t by 2, what is the displacement here? 0. After reaching the mean position, again it can move towards the negative extreme position. So after reaching the negative extreme position, it will take how much time? Mean position to positive t by 4, again positive position to mean position t by 4, again mean position to negative extreme position t by 4. Total how much time? That is t by 4 upward, t by 4 downward, again t by 4 mean position to negative. How much? That is the 3d by 5. Now what is the displacement here? This is a displacement. This displacement is called here amplitude. That is nothing but maximum displacement. That is how much? A. It is written with minus, because it is moving downward. And what is the displacement here? Y equal to minus A. Again after reaching the negative extreme position, where it go? It doesn't move again downward. So again it will be reaches to the mean position. Then we say that it complete one oscillation. And when we say that one oscillation, the particle must start from mean position and reaches to the positive extreme position. After reaching the positive extreme position, again comes to the mean position. After coming to the mean position, reaches to the negative extreme position. After reaching the negative extreme position, again it will be reaches to the mean position. And then it complete the one oscillation or one vibration. So that time, how much time here? T by 4 to reach from mean position to positive. Again positive extreme position to mean position, t by 4, how much? T by 2. Again to reaches the negative extreme position, t by 4, how much? 3t by 4. Again reaches to the negative extreme position to mean position, and 3t by 4 plus t by 4, how much? 4t by 4. And 4t by 4 is nothing but how much? T. And what is the time taken to complete one oscillation? That is capital T. This capital T is called what? Time period. And the time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation, so or one vibration, that is called time period. So what is the time period? Time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation. So in this one oscillation, so what happened? It produced one wave. How can we understand it produced the one wave? So that can be understood by drawing a graph. By taking the time on x-axis, sorry, here. So on x-axis I am taking the time. So here time t equal to 0, here time t by 4, here time t by 2, this is the time 3t by 4. 3t by 4, this is the time t. X-axis, on x-axis I am taking the time. On y-axis I am taking the maximum, that is nothing but displacement, y. So up to here consider plus a, and downward direction let us consider this is the minus a. So now when time t equal to 0, then what is the displacement here? 0. When time t equal to t by 4, what is the displacement? This is plus a. So when time t equal to t by 4, what is the displacement? Plus a. So the point will become here. So when again time t by 2, what is the displacement here? Y equal to 0. T by 2, so the displacement 0. So when time t equal to 3t by 4, what is the displacement? Minus a. When time 3t by 4, what is the displacement? Minus a. It will tend. Okay. When time t equal to t, so what is the displacement again? 0. And when it complete one oscillation, we are getting one wave. So that's why the time period can be defined in two ways. Time period t. So what is the first definition? The first definition is time taken by the particle to complete one vibration or one oscillation. Time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation or vibration. So what is the second definition? Time taken. How much time it will be to complete one oscillation? Capital T. In that capital T, it producing how many waves? One wave. So that's why time taken by the particle to produce one wave is called the time period. So this is about the time period. And next one is the frequency. Next one is the frequency. Next one is the frequency. It is present with letter Fr, nu or n. So what is the frequency here? Time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation or to produce the one wave is called the time period. So for inverse of the time period is known as the frequency. And the frequency is nothing but inverse of the time period. Inverse of the time period. So for example, so to produce the one wave, to produce and a number of wave here, number of waves. To produce the one wave, how much time it will be taken? Capital T time. So now frequency means in 1 second it produces how many waves. For example, it produces n wave, that frequency is called n. If it produces the f waves, that frequency is called f. And when we do the cross product, what we get? 1 into 1, 1 equal to, so nothing but n to the here x anko, that is nothing but n into f anko, f into t. So that's why here f equal to what? F equal to 1 by t. This is the relation between the frequency and time period. And nothing but, so what is the time period? Time taken to produce one wave. And to produce a one wave, how much time it is taking? Capital T. In the same way, in 1 second, how many waves it produces? That is called the frequency. And what is the definition of frequency? Number of waves or oscillation. Number of waves produced. Because I am here, we are learning the waves lesson, that's why I am explaining in terms of number of waves. So number of waves produced in 1 second. So that is the definition of the frequency. So what is the frequency? Number of waves produced in 1 second. If we do the problem, you can understand the wave. For example, the time period of the particle is the 0.2 second. And what it is meaning? To produce the one wave, how much time it is taking? 0.2 second. And in 0.2 second, how many waves are producing? One wave. In 0.2 second, one wave is producing. But what is the definition of frequency? Number of waves produced in 1 second. So to produce the one wave, here how much time it is taken? 0.2 second. So in 1 second, how many waves are produced? Simple mathematics. For example, so when we do the for to buy the one banana 1 rupee, or for example in 10 rupees 12 bananas are there. For one banana, how many paisa or how much money will be required? So in the same way, we are going to find here frequency. And nothing but to produce one wave, how much time? 0.2 second. In 1 second, how many waves are produced? That is known as the frequency. If we do the cross product, what we get? 1 into 1, 1 equal to f into 0.2. So f equal to how much? 1 by 0.2. And like f is equal, what is the formula? 1 by t. F equal to 1 by t. And f equal to 1 by t, how much here? 0.2. So if you simplify, how much? 1 by 2 means f equal to 1 by 0.2 means 10 by 2. 10 by 2 means how much? 5. And in 1 second, how many waves are produced? 5 waves. And the number of waves produced in 1 second is called what? Frequency. So this is the topic today. So remaining what are the remaining? Wavelength, and next one is the speed and phase. Tomorrow we have to discuss.